Are you ready?
I think that makes. Yeah.
All right, Dick. So,
What's up, Doc?
how have your assignments been going? How is your prioritizing that we talked about last week?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I felt like we had disagreed about the dentist, so I just was like, Amy, if you want to call the dentist, I'll go. And she was really excited, and I was like, that's my gift to you, baby. And
I'll go to the dentist.
yeah. So she called, and yeah, they're having an appointment later this week.
Well, that's progress.
So,
That's a big step for you.
yeah,
You
they
haven't been to the
couldn't get
dentist
me
in like
in.
7 years, right?
They couldn't get me in
Uh-oh.
initially, and so
Okay.
sorry, recordings.
It's okay. So yeah, what's it like for you to be actively planning on a change that you haven't made in several years?
I mean, at this point now, I'm like very much aware that my teeth hurt, and so I feel like I can't block it out anymore by saying I'll just eat more candy because like I'm dealing with my other problems, and so like yeah, like my automatic billing is set up.
Nice.
And like yeah, I looked at my lease for the first time. Been living in this place for like 2.5 years.
That's a big step.
So yeah, but I'm still not a cop yet. Again, so.
Well, we're getting there. I think you're making some really big progress and steps in not avoiding your problems but embracing them.
Yeah, I guess.
You seem kind of, at first you were excited, but now I'm not sure.
I don't know. I just, my passion and energy is in the job, and I feel like I have not been able to do the job for many weeks now, and it's annoying.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. So how do you see the things that you've been doing as helpful to your job?
I don't know. I really don't.
Tell me more about that.
I don't know. I just before I didn't deal with all this stuff and just did cop stuff, and now I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm like, when is the time that I get to actually have fun again and solve stuff? And I feel like I'm not having any fun. I'm just stuck waiting around until I'm allowed to solve stuff again.
Well, I'm really proud of you because I think it has been a really hard couple of weeks, but I think you've really made some progress in developing your life outside of being a cop.
I mean, yeah, it's probably good to manage finances and stuff, but and I don't know, treat Amy the way she deserves. But
yeah. So tell me more about. Let's look ahead to you going back to your job and being a cop. What's that going to be like?
Awesome.
So you had mentioned in previous sessions some moments of hesitation.
Yeah.
Are you still feeling those feelings?
I don't know. I think that maybe I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to think about how like I was locked up and all of the evidence definitely said I did it. And if I was a detective just objectively looking at this case, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is totally the right guy. Locked him away. But I knew I was innocent. And that was really hard. And so now it's I'm doubting myself of I'm a cop looking at this guy's case, and I definitely think he or she, anyone can be a bad guy, could do it. It could, it's all the evidence says yes, but then there's that sliver of but maybe they're just really set up. But I also the whole time was I didn't do it. I've been framed. These are the people framing me, and so I feel if I were into a situation where I locked someone up and they started saying that sort of thing, then I would be like, oh, okay, let me look into this for you, but like you're still in jail. But like if they don't say any of those things, like yeah, it's the classic like bad guy, like I didn't do it, but like we caught them red-handed, and if they don't have anything to say, like no, like people are out to get me, that sort of thing, then like I think like I can just trust the good old like evidence, because unless they just spit on you or something.
No, something in my eye. You're good. Keep going.
Unless they like formulate a plot, then unless someone's out to get them, I feel like I can trust myself to lock up the bad guys, and I at least won't prematurely release anyone again.
So you kind of expressed two different thoughts. At first, you expressed fear of locking up someone who actually didn't do a crime like you did, that they were very convincing. And then towards the end, you talked about feeling more confident in your abilities and being able to lock up people who are guilty.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just looked at it like practically, because most people don't go around saying that have been locked up, don't go around saying I was framed by these people and like have specific names and like are like I just have to figure out how. Like most people don't have that. So if they're not doing that, and I know they're guilty by the evidence, jail. If they are doing that, still jail temporarily while we figure it out, because I was temporarily in jail and I'm fine. So
you made it through, and ultimately your squad was able to prove that you were innocent.
9-9.
Yes, the squad name. So yeah, I think you've even made progress there. Of you sound at peace about your convictions of being able to lock people up.
Yes. Yeah, I can do my job.
So let's talk about this more, about going back to work. Is there anything else that is coming up for you as you think about that?
Super excited. I know how much I make now. Not a lot. Cop work does not pay well. Public service. It's a great thing.
It is a great thing.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm excited to get back to it. Haven't felt like I haven't been able to bond with my boy Boyle this whole time, because I haven't been doing any cases, so I feel like I haven't been able to like hang out with him and stuff. So
you miss Boyle?
Yeah, my BFFs, Charles. We hang out, but like I don't know. There's nothing like solving a case with your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you talked about in earlier sessions needing to be the best cop. Where are you at with that?
Well, I am still the best cop, so that's where I'm at the top of the list.
How do you deal with it in situations where you're not the best cop?
Those do not arise. Sorry.
Well, are there any situations that make you doubt your abilities?
No. I don't think so. Pretty good instincts. I mean, sometimes I get into a disagreement with Rosa. She's one of the other detectives. Like, we're a pretty good pair. Both just, like, killer cop instincts. Very great tandem team. But sometimes we disagree about the best way to, like, search a building or whatever. And we get a little competitive, But, like, at the end of the day, I've always had one more score on her. She's probably, like, way past me now since I've been unable to do the job for a while, but that just means more incentive to close more cases, because I gotta catch up and beat her. But yeah, we went to the academy together and all that, so just been competitive this whole time.
How do you think some of our counseling sessions are going to play into you going back?
I don't know. I didn't utilize counseling while I was on the job, so I don't know what the job looks like with counseling or whatever.
With what we've talked about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll figure it out in a moment. But
it's pretty valid.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Maybe I guess I'm like less likely to just like throw myself into a case and work it 24/7 till it's solved, and more likely to try and have a little bit of balance, or at least like keep Amy in the loop about like what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you
She's
for saying that.
important. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're feeling better about having a more balanced lifestyle.
Yeah, I think so.
You see its value.
Bad guys gotta be put away, but
How do you think your relationship with Amy is going to look in the next season?
well, I don't know. So she took the sergeant's exam. She's gonna become a sergeant and is in charge of a bunch of beat cops. So I'm a detective. So we work on different floors. So I don't know. She's got more of a like regular schedule now because she's not working. The different cases where she just works the case till they're solved, and she's more like, yeah, she has more routine than I do of like the different whatever shift she's assigned. That's her shift, and then she's in charge of the beat cops and sends them out, and she'll go on patrol with one of them and whatever. Like it's pretty regular, but I don't know. It scares me that she's gonna go on patrol.
Tell me more about that feeling of fear.
Well, I don't know. Like being a detective, you're kind of like you're in street clothes. If you show your badge, then you're a cop. But if not, like it's whatever. And like you're investigating people, so you kind of know like, oh, if I'm gonna go talk to this person, about like their background, and so like, do I need to be on edge, or is this just gonna be like a little old lady, or is this just gonna be like a violent old lady? Old ladies can be old and violent, or old and old. But like I feel like as a beat cop, like you're walking around in your uniform, people know you're a cop, and like sometimes you're in pretty dangerous neighborhoods. Like she can handle herself, but like I don't know, it's just like a scary aspect of the job, and like I'm doing my own thing. So like before we could be partners, or like she'd be with Boyle or Rosa, and like or Sart, like they're I knew these people and they would all be good, but now she's gonna be like. She's a sergeant, which means she's probably with like the most junior officer there, like fresh out the academy, like. So I don't know. I just feel like there's not gonna be like I don't know, like there's no one else there. Like she's her own like safety net. So if something goes wrong, like she's really capable, but I just feel like she doesn't have a good partner to back her up, like because she's a sergeant, and so like. Yeah, that's intimidating to me to think about. Like some rookie is gonna back up my fiance / soon-to-be wife, and I just have to deal with it.
Yeah, so you're intimidated and trying to think of ways to deal with it.
Well, I don't know if I'm intimidated. Just like it's scary.
Yeah.
It's the woman of my dreams, the apple of my eye.
Yeah, and she's gonna be in some pretty intense situations that you don't always get to be around for anymore.
Yeah. Well, I didn't necessarily have to be around for it, but like Boyle, Rosa, like Terry.
People
like,
you trust.
Yeah. Well, also like Terry's like gigantic and super muscular. It's Terry Crews. Yeah. You know the actor? Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay. He's pretty awesome. Anyway. Yeah. Like they all like would have been fine. Like they're seasoned detectives. Like, but like I don't know. Like I wouldn't even mind if it was like a seasoned B cop, but